Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesday with Terry. My name is Terry, and I'm your friend. I'm talking to you live from Austin, Texas, where the sun is hot, the barbecue is sweet, and all of the drinks are free when you hang out with me. Hey, thanks for listening in today. I want to talk a little bit about leadership and winning today, and I wanted to start with a little poem that goes like this. I'd rather watch a winner than hear one any day, so please, my loving leader, let your light show me the way. For I am but a mirror of how you live today. I may misunderstand you with the high advice you give, but there is no misunderstanding how you act and how you live. The best of all the leaders are the ones that live their deeds, and you can see the truth in action. That's what every person needs. I'd rather watch a winner than hear one any day. You hear a lot of people talk a lot about winning. You hear a lot of people talk about leading. But a good friend of mine, Tiffany Carter over in the HR department, says a pair of lips will tell you anything. You got to watch what people do and what those actions are. And so I wanted to share just a couple things around leading and around winning and how maybe you can change a little bit of that or gain a different perspective. Are you the kind of person, the man or woman, that lets things happen? Or are you the kind of man or woman that makes things happen? You see, there is a difference. I talked a little bit before about being on cruise control, but are you the kind of person that'll step up and take the lead when it's necessary for someone to take the lead? You see, it all starts with yourself, and it usually starts with your daily agenda. So remember this, is your success is directly proportional to your daily agenda. It's how you're going to spend your time. What are you scheduled to do? We hear this a lot of times. What gets scheduled gets done. But do you have a daily schedule? Do you have your calendar? And I don't just mean for appointments, right? I'm not talking about just scheduling yourself for appointments. I'm talking about a schedule that says, this is the time I'm going to wake up tomorrow. This is the time I'm going to exercise tomorrow. This is how much time I have allotted for my breakfast. Why, this is how much time it should take me to get to work. How much time are you allotting to look at your emails? Because I'm going to tell you, if you get into your emails, pretty soon you get lost in emails. How much time are you really going to spend on social media? Right? Because what happens when you get into social media, you start flipping and you start scanning, flipping and scanning. And next thing you know, 20 minutes has gone by, 30 minutes has gone by, 40 minutes has gone by. You can blow off a lot of time, unproductive time, looking at everybody else's life, looking at what they eat, looking at what they wear, looking at where they went, what they travel, what's going on in their world, as opposed to being productive with your own life. Get out of that thing, man. Get out of social media. What gets scheduled gets done. And that sounds like I'm being obsessive compulsive with a schedule, but what I'm really saying is if you start to schedule your day, you'll find that you'll actually be more productive. You'll be able to cross more things off your list, and you'll get more done. You can accomplish more in the day. How do you set up your day? Do you have the morning part of your day? What time do you get up? And do you have the afternoon or the early evening part of your day? Do you spend your evenings in front of TV? Do you blow off 2 hours or 3 hours of Netflix? Is that a good use of your time? Do you find yourself watching ESPN sports highlights and you watch them that night, and in the morning you get up and you watch them again the next morning? They're just repeats. You're watching the same damn thing over and over. That's not a good use of your time. Stop doing that. Get productive with your time. Manage your priorities, right? So what you have to take a look, if you're not sure how to set priorities, is basically you compare one item on your to-do list with another item and say, which of those are most important to me and which one do I need to tackle first? So everything can't have equal importance and everything can't have equal time. But spend the most amount of time on your top priorities on 80%, or I should say 20% of the items that are going to give you 80% of the results. If you're a leader and you're trying to teach people, remember the Dale Carnegie method of observation, imitation, repetition. What does that really mean when you're teaching and training a portion of your day? If you're spending time teaching or mentoring or coaching other people, have them in the observation phase. The observation phase is I do it first. And I'm going to demonstrate to you that word demonstrate. I'm going to repeat it again. Demonstrate. I'm going to demonstrate how this should be done, whether it's a task, whether it's a job, whether it's a skill. Let me demonstrate how it should be done, right? And they observe. The second part is they imitate that, right? Now they do it. And I say this a lot. I do it, we do it, then you do it. But how does that also translate? It translates into observation, then imitation. They observe you. And as you demonstrate the skill, then they imitate that and they repeat that and they repeat it and they repeat it. Observation, imitation, repetition. Remember, repetition is the mother of learning. Remember that. If you're teaching people and you're spending time, how much time are you going to do and spend with your team? Can you accomplish the entire goals of the organization by yourself? Yes or no? Probably no. So you need to duplicate yourself, and the way that you do that is by teaching other people to teach other people to teach other people and duplicate the process. Remember this, a mighty forest fire starts with a single spark. And if things are going to get done, or things are going to get started, or you're going to get the ball rolling, as they say, it's going to have to start with you. I say this, if it's going to be, it's up to me. I don't count on anybody else to do my push-ups for me. It's going to be, it's up to me. Any case, I wanted to mention that in terms of leading, in terms of teaching. And the other thing is, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to accomplish what you need to accomplish as a leader? And when I say that is, it may require the job, the leadership position may require some sacrifices. It may mean that you can't do certain things that you want to do on the weekend because of the role of a leader. You have to be out and about and checking in and communicating and talking and observing and inspecting what you expect. And so there are probably going to be some sacrifices that you have to make as a leader. And the question is have you thought about that? And when you took the job in the leadership position or the senior management position, did you think about the sacrifices and what are you willing to sacrifice and what are you not willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice Saturday mornings? Are you willing to sacrifice weekends? Are you willing to sacrifice evenings to accomplish the objective, to accomplish the goal, to invest in your team? Some people are and some people are not. But remember, leadership doesn't come free of charge. There is a sacrifice or there is a discipline that comes along with leadership. The discipline or the pain of discipline, or you will experience the pain of regret. You did not sacrifice, or you did not, and therefore you get the results associated with that. What are you willing to sacrifice in order to accomplish the objective? No great work, no great obstacle was overcome, I'm telling you, in life without some type of sacrifice. In its simplest form, think about getting in shape. You might have to sacrifice an hour of sleep and get up a little bit earlier. You might have to sacrifice an hour of television, your favorite TV show, so that you can go to the gym and work out. You might have to sacrifice cookies or chocolate or soda pop to get in the shape that you want to get in. But you look at that and you say, you can't keep doing everything the same. There are going to have to be some sacrifices. In that simple form, the same is true for leadership. If you're going to accomplish something great as a leader, and remember, what are great leaders? Are great leaders somebody that did it once? That's not a great leader. A great leader is somebody that is predictable, that is consistently winning, consistently doing what is required, consistently sacrificing, consistently achieving above and beyond what is normally we would consider to be average. That's what leadership looks like. So I just wanted to share a couple of those things with you today. I know I'll call it a potpourri of ideas around leadership, but I want to stress upon you that number one, your actions speak louder than words. Number two, if it's going to be, it's up to me. It starts with you. If you want your team to be great, you got to start being great. You're not great by just doing it once. You're great by doing it consistently, and having the discipline in your own life to be able to show people how to do it. You have them observe you, you have them imitate you, and you have them repeat that over and over and over until they get it. My mom and dad said this to me when I was young. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. And I would share this with you is if you want to be a great leader and it's worth being a leader, you get to choose whether you want to be a great leader, whether you want to be an average leader, whether you want to be an under average leader. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. My name's Terry. I'm your friend. Be a great leader.